Hello, and welcome back to LendAPI Academy. My name is Kay, and in this episode of LendAPI, we're going to be deep diving into our integration partners uh, feature and teaching you how to leverage our integrations to the full extent. Within the LendAPI ecosystem, we have a fully built out integrations function that allows you to be able to upload and connect to any sort of data providers, such as credit bureaus or identity verification that you would like. So, in this episode, we're going to be diving a little bit deeper into connecting with one of our credit bureaus and how easy LendAPI makes that. If you navigate over to our integrations panel on the left menu bar, you'll see that we have a list of pre-existing integration partners already in place for you. If you want to see what kind of partners we have, simply navigate to the LendAPI marketplace and you can see all of our partnerships. You'll notice on the marketplace page, we also have these badged partners, and these are the ones that are our preferred partners, which have the internal connection points already preset. This means that all you need to do is plug in your credentials and start playing. If there are any partners that you do not see on our existing platform, simply connect with one of our sales executives or product analysts, and we would be happy to connect any new data providers for you. Now, for those that are trying to build a new credit risk model or any sort of credit or onboarding product, you'll understand the need to reduce risk or leverage any sort of credential checks. And LendAPI has made it easier than ever. So I'll go ahead and show you exactly how to connect and light up a new integration partner. Simply select your partner of choice, for example, TransUnion, click the Add integration button and start to add in your integration details. Once you've added all your details, click the Add button and you'll see that all of the credentials are lit up and everything is now live. To see which integrations are live, you can simply take a look at the toggle next to the card or click into the card itself and to see the status. If you need to disable a data provider for any reason, simply toggle off the provider of your choice and click the disable button. This will automatically stop the API flow. For those of you that are looking for specific API providers, LendAPI has introduced our KYB KYC owned provider. We actually do have a set of KYB KYC data for those of you that want to leverage our systems in-house. And those are branded with the LendAPI logo here. If you're interested, simply connect with one of your LendAPI sales executives and they will be happy to provide you with the credentials. Now, once you have connected a integration partner, you'll be able to start leveraging it. For those integration partners, such as credit bureaus or banking or cash pools, all of these different partners will have variables that are already matched to the LendAPI ecosystem. So take, for example, TransUnion. Once you've added TransUnion into your ecosystem, all of the TransUnion data points will automatically appear in your Model Studio. Once you navigate over to your Model Studio, simply click on the TransUnion soft and you'll see all of the different variables ready for you to use. Again, for those users that are utilizing a integration partner that requires a widget or some sort of authentication. Once this, say for example, Plaid identity or Plaid auth, once you've been able to navigate and upload the integration settings, simply navigate over to Product Studio and you will see all of the available widgets for you to use. And all you have to do is drag and drop your specific widget into your system. And once the user navigates to here, the Plaid asset widget will automatically appear in an iframe. And then finally, for those users that are leveraging specific credits or integrations for loan management systems such as LMS, all you have to do again is turn on your credit system and all of the specific LMS data attributes will automatically be ready and available for you. And you will also be able to redirect the users to the loan management system post underwriting by configuring said management system directly into the product configuration tab in Product Studio. So with all of that, let's enhance our personal loan product with our new integrations. Just to remind you, we've upgraded our Pizza Personal Loan product with a few different tabs and attributes, including asking for personal information on the first tab, followed by address, and then finally employment verification. Post this, we are checking for a pre-qualification, which right now is an age check. We also want to start to leverage some of our data providers as a secondary attribute. So what we'll do now is we will go back to our Rule Studio and enhance our pizza lending pre-approval product to add in some attributes for pulling in the TransUnion data. So before we do, always check the TransUnion data or any sort of data that you are looking to utilize in your credit check. So we are going to actually utilize the TransUnion credit score to make sure that we have the right credit score matched. We're going to copy the code that we want to use and understand that it's coming from the TransUnion soft pull. And let's navigate back to our Rule Studio for our lending product. So in our pizza lending pre-approval, we're going to be navigating back through our product, and you will see we are doing a age verification. We are also utilizing employment check as well as debt to income ratio. So with that, we're going to add one more branch into our tree to also check our credit score with TransUnion. So we're going to go ahead and create another branch post the DTI. Instead of calling this pre-approval, we're going to do trans credit check. And this now becomes a rule. With this rule, we're going to be leveraging our credit score from TransUnion, shown here, and we're going to set this to a standard that we deem appropriate for our personal loan. For us, we'll do over, greater than, or equal to 660. And let's save our new rule. Post our TransUnion credit check, now we can set another set of nodes or branches within our decision tree to now provide the final approval. So we will do the next set of approval. And let's set this as an action to pre-approve. With the right outcomes. And then of course we want to set a set of decline actions as well. This will happen if said node is declined. So now that we have our new tree set in place, let's just test our new tree with our date of birth, our monthly income, our monthly expenses, our credit score, and then of course our employment type. And of course, this gives us a wonderful approved ratio. So let's go ahead and submit this to test out. Now that we have our pre-approval, let's go ahead and approve this tree and test it out into our actual product itself. As always, only admins are able to approve decision trees within the LendAPI ecosystem. And we're going to go ahead and navigate back to our loan and start to formulate where to put our decision tree. So in our first page, we are collecting first and last name as well as marriage and our email. Post that, we're going to navigate users to the second page where we are collecting address, and then followed finally by employment information, where we are collecting employer name, monthly expenses, and employment type. This was where we are originally running our initial offer. So now that we've added in our new variables, we need to add back in our date of birth, and always make sure it is the right date of birth. And I think it's a good idea to put it on the last page, as well as our social security number. The reason for this is for the TransUnion credit pull, TransUnion utilizes date of birth and social security number to pull credit for the user on their database. So with that, we have all the information that we need to navigate to the next page. After employment type, if the user has passed, they will go to the initial offers page where we will show them the existing contract. For now, we will save this as the next step. And then after the initial offers page, we're going to navigate users to the driver's license page where we are asking to upload driver's license. And we're going to actually remove some variables here and remove our decision tree here. After that, we are going to add in the bank check verification, as seen here. On the bank check page, we are going to actually be utilizing our plaid auth just to remind everybody, for the Plaid authorization, we did integrate Plaid auth for our instant bank verification, and with that, we're actually going to be leveraging it as another form of checks here post initial offer. And we're going to save this form, and then the final step is, of course, our final contract page. We are going to be presenting users with the final contract for their loan. So with that, I think we have all of our initial instances ready to go. Of course, before we save anything, always remember to actually select the provider of your choice that you're calling on the page that you're utilizing the decision tree. So for us, since we are utilizing TransUnion as our provider to do the soft pull, we're going to be leveraging them here. So with that, let's go ahead and publish and test. Please come back next time as we test out our new integration partners and our new data format for our personal loan. Thank you. As always, please subscribe and follow us for more content.